Section 1. You will hear a guide giving a talk to a group of tourists about the local museum. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Welcome to the City Museum, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I'll be your guide for this afternoon. The museum is one of the oldest in the region, with a history dating back to 1870. Originally, it was built as a private home, but was converted into a museum in 1925. Let me start by giving you a brief overview of what you can expect during your visit. On the ground floor, you will find our most popular exhibit, the history of the city. This section provides a detailed look at the city's development from its founding to the present day. It's highly interactive, with plenty of touchscreens and videos to engage visitors of all ages. Next, on the first floor, you'll find the art gallery. This space features works by local artists, with a focus on landscapes and portraits. We rotate the exhibits regularly, so there's always something new to see. In fact, we just opened a new exhibition last week, featuring a collection of modern art by up-and-coming artists. Finally, on the top floor, we have the natural history section. This is where you'll find displays of fossils, minerals, and even a life-sized model of a dinosaur. The highlight here is our new exhibit on marine life, which includes a tank with live fish and coral. Now, I'd like to mention some of the facilities available to you. There's a cafe on the ground floor serving a range of sandwiches, salads, and hot drinks. It's a great place to take a break after exploring the exhibits. We also have a gift shop near the entrance where you can buy souvenirs, postcards, and books related to the museum's collections. If you have any questions during your visit, feel free to ask me or any of the staff members. We're here to help you make the most of your experience. Now, before I take any questions, let's move on to the specific rules to keep in mind while you're here. Firstly, flash photography is not allowed inside the museum, as it can damage the exhibits. Also, please make sure to keep your voice down in the galleries so as not to disturb other visitors. And lastly, we ask that you do not touch the exhibits unless they are clearly marked as interactive. That's all for the introduction. I'll now take you to the History of the City exhibit. Follow me this way.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
As we walk through the museum, you'll notice that each room is dedicated to a different period in the city's history. The first room focuses on the city's founding, with maps and documents from the early settlers. As you move through the rooms, you'll see how the city grew and developed, with displays on the Industrial Revolution, the impact of the World Wars, and the modernization of the city in the 20th century. One of the most interesting pieces in this section is the original charter that established the city. It's kept in a special case to protect it from light and humidity, and we ask that you don't touch the case. However, there are replicas available in the gift shop if you'd like to take a closer look. As you exit the History of the City exhibit, you'll find yourself in the art gallery on the first floor. This gallery showcases the work of local artists with a focus on both traditional and contemporary art. The current exhibition, which we opened last week, features abstract pieces that explore the theme of urban life. The gallery space is designed to be open and airy, allowing you to take in the artwork from multiple angles. After visiting the art gallery, we'll head to the top floor to see the natural history section. This part of the museum is a favorite among our younger visitors, especially the dinosaur exhibit. You'll also find an impressive collection of fossils, including some that were discovered right here in the region. I hope you enjoy your visit to the museum. Remember, if you have any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to ask one of us.
That is the end of Section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Section 2. You will hear a guide giving further information to a group of tourists about the city museum. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
As we continue our tour, I'd like to tell you a bit more about the art gallery on the first floor. This gallery is one of the museum's most dynamic spaces. We pride ourselves on showcasing a diverse range of artwork, from classical landscapes to contemporary pieces. The exhibition changes every few months, which means there's always something new to discover. One of the unique features of this gallery is its emphasis on local talent. We believe that it's important to support and promote the work of artists from our region. In fact, many of the pieces you'll see today were created by artists who live and work right here in the city. In addition to paintings, we also display a selection of sculptures and installations. These three-dimensional works often add a different perspective to the themes explored in the paintings. Our current exhibition, titled Urban Reflections, explores the relationship between the city's architecture and its natural surroundings. Moving on to the top floor, you'll find the natural history section, which I mentioned earlier. This area is particularly popular with families and school groups, as it offers an engaging way to learn about the natural world. The dinosaur exhibit, which is one of the main attractions, features a life-sized model of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But there's more to see here than just dinosaurs. We also have a collection of fossils from various periods, including some that were discovered in this very region. One of the newer additions to this section is our marine life exhibit. This includes a large tank filled with tropical fish and coral, which provides a colorful contrast to the more traditional displays. The exhibit aims to raise awareness about marine conservation, and we hope it will inspire visitors to think about the impact of human activity on the oceans. Finally, before we conclude our tour, I'd like to remind you that we offer guided tours of the museum every day. These tours provide a more in-depth look at the exhibits and often include behind-the-scenes access to areas that are not open to the general public. If you're interested in joining one of these tours, you can sign up at the information desk near the entrance.
That is the end of Section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Section 3. You will hear a guide giving further details to a group of tourists about the city museum. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 30. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 30.
As we conclude our tour, I'd like to mention a few more points about the art gallery. This gallery is a space where we regularly showcase new and diverse artwork, including contributions from emerging local artists. The exhibition that you see today is titled Urban Reflections, and it will remain open for the next 3 months. This exhibition offers a fascinating insight into how the city's architectural elements blend with its natural environment. The gallery is divided into several sections, each featuring different art forms. We have traditional paintings, modern installations, and even multimedia pieces. I recommend taking some time to explore each section at your own pace. Now, let's move to the top floor where we have our natural history section. Here, the star attraction is undoubtedly the dinosaur exhibit, featuring a full-sized model of a Tyrannosaurus rex. However, this section also includes a vast collection of fossils, many of which were discovered in this region. We've recently added an interactive marine life exhibit that allows visitors to learn more about the importance of ocean conservation. For those interested in a more comprehensive exploration of the museum, we offer guided tours daily. These tours include access to areas that aren't typically open to the public, such as our restoration workshop. To participate, simply sign up at the information desk.